Iran taking on Qatar here as these two teams look to set out on what they hope is a road to Jeddah in Saudi Arabia in 2025, where the FIBA Asia Cup will be held, the main tournament itself. But you've got to get there first of all, and these two teams are starting out now in this Group E of qualifying. Also in this group, Kazakhstan and India, those two teams meeting very shortly in their first game in Group E as well. But our focus here in Tehran is on Iran, who will be doubtless heavy favorites coming into this game, taking on Qatar. It's been loud in this building in the build-up. The fans are here in good number and certainly in good voice to get behind their team, and you feel like if they can get off to a good start, Iran, and really use that momentum of their home support, it could be a long evening for the Qataris. Obviously, this group, as I say, made up of 4 teams. Top 2 will qualify directly. Third place team will go into a qualifying tournament with the hope of making it through from there. The visitors from Qatar being introduced to the home fans. And you can see the rankings. Qatar are bottom in terms of this group, 104th in the world. Iran 27th. They've obviously been higher than that in their past. It's very much a transition into the new generation, if you like. Obviously getting used to life after Haddadi, such a focal point of this team for, well, decades really. But it's now very much Kazemi's team. And I'm sure he'll be looking to put on a show tonight for Iran as they are introduced to their home fans. Day, the number 23, running out and last out, Salah Monji. Iran, great history in this competition. And we will pause now for the national anthems. Well, the Iranians come into their huddle after their national anthem last made it all the way to the final of the FIBA Asia Cup in 2017, where they were defeated by Australia. Australia, of course, defending champions, having won the last edition in Jakarta. Our three officials getting set for tonight's game as well. Of course, Iran were victors in this competition in 2007 and 2009, 2013, their real golden age of Iranian basketball. Bronze medalists in 2015. Qatar, well, their history in this competition a little more limited. Starting five: Fudasad, Seydu, Muslim, and Abasha will begin the game. Of course, in the build-up to the 2006 Asian Games, which were in Doha, they did twice reach the final of the Asia Cup as well, in 2003 and 2005. And Coach Skotopoulos trying to get his team back up the international rankings and nearer the top end of Asian countries than they currently are. Got some promising youngsters in his lineup. Mashayeki, Rizafur, Yakchali, Kazemi, of course, and Monji, the starting five for Coach Hakan Demir. Kazemi very much the focal point now of this team. Star player, but there's a pretty good cast around, a mix of some young up-and-comers like Amini and some more experienced players along the line as well. It's always difficult to transition from what was a golden generation into the next one and still manage to be right at the top end, at the thick end of competitions, but that's what Iran are trying to do and seemingly doing pretty decently along the way. Teams head to the benches for the final instructions from the two coaches before we get things underway here in Group E. Game day one, both these teams playing again on Monday. Iran go to New Delhi to take on India. Qatar return home to Doha, where Kazakhstan are the visitors. Those two teams, Kazakhstan and India, tip off in about half an hour's time in Astana. Remember, top two in each group will qualify. Iran will be favourites to be one of those top two, no doubt about it. But after that, well, you've seen good performances from the other three teams and sometimes slightly inconsistent. And it'll be about who can be the most consistent over the next year or so in qualifying. It all will be sorted out. This time next year, it'll actually be a year tomorrow is the game day 6, 24th of February. Qatar out and ready. Iran still having their final few words of instructions before they make their way out. Well, the home fans making good noise as we get set to jump it up. Monji and Abasha fighting for the tip, and it's Qatar who will get the first possession of the game. Huda backing out, moves it on to Muslik. Just a little tip pass out to the corner. Mid-range jumper is a long way short there from Saad. And Iran under some pressure, able to come away with it. Ooh, almost lost the dribble there. Mashiaki able to keep possession of the ball, looking for room along the baseline, tosses it up off the mark. Chance maybe for the Qataris to run. Iran's transition defense is good enough to slow them down. Fuda around the high screen. Kick back out. Three ball is short and it drops down into the hands of Yachali. Mashiaki onto Monji. Nice extra pass and the easy jam for Kazemi. First points on the board. Good ball movement from the Iranians. Oh, it's stolen away as well. And that'll be the easiest basket of the game. And that's got the crowd up. Good work from Yachali on the defense to steal that away. Great block as well, and another chance for them to run. Slowed down in the end. Monji with the denial. Razafor kicks it out to the corner. Back up top. Open three. Great start for Iran. They have got the first 7 points of the contest. Yachali with the triple, and inside 2 minutes, Qatar forced into a timeout here. And this is exactly what the Iranians would want. Some transition points, knocking down a couple of shots. Put the pressure on Qatar, get the crowd up and into it. It's been the perfect start for the home team. And Qatar have to find some way of getting the scoreboard ticking. Sure, he'll have a pet play, a favorite that they like to run. They need something. Well, you can see 0 for 3 so far. Qatar. Iran showing a little bit of full court pressure here, not any real intent on pressing the ball. Saad hits it onto Fuda, back to Saad. No weight down the lane. He tries once or twice and can't get through. The Iranian defense is almost turned over again, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Great effort from Iran at the defensive end. There was a couple of probing drives, but no way through. And they ran out of time, Qatar. And that's not what you want to see out of a timeout. Bit of full court pressure, broken easily. Kazemi kicks it out to the corner. Oh, that one nearly went in at the second attempt. But in the end, it's grabbed by Qatar. Fuda brings it forward. Screen is there, he goes the opposite way, runs himself into a little bit of trouble. Seydu thought about it. Three ball does go up, but it's off the mark. And still, we await the first score of the game. 3 minutes gone for Qatar. Nice drive to the basket and the finger roll from Refsaifar. 9-0 Iranian lead. Seydu kind of stuck with the ball there. Surely now through goes Saad, but couldn't get it up and over the rim. And he'll go out of bounds for a Qatari possession. Qatar making a change. You never really want to make a sub before you've scored, because it generally means something good has not happened. But Hussein into the game. Again, they're miles from the basket with not much time on the clock. Little pick and roll. That didn't go up in time either. It goes in, typical. Seydu got the shot away, but the lights were already on the backboard for another shot clock violation. Well, maybe that'll help them, the fact that they've at least seen the ball go through the hoop. Mashiaki calling the play. Nice pass inside, and again another simple roll to the basket for the easy jam from Monji. That was as easy as you like, and it's 11-0, Iran on top. Fuda again around the screen, little hesitation, gets all the way to the rim, and the foul is called. Still didn't go in, but he's got a chance from the free throw line. Oh, I think he's trying to claim there might have been a goaltend in there. Let's have another look at it. Fuda getting to the rim. Oh, there might have been a little goaltend in there. Once it's hit the backboard, you have to leave it to hit the rim. And that one, on a quick inspection to me, looked like it might well have hit the backboard and then got a hand on it. But they're going to challenge that now, I think, and send the officials to the review monitor, and I suspect they might get 2 points out of this. Either way, 5:42 on the clock. Suboptimal to be looking for your first score. Basket is good is the decision, so a good challenge. And a chance now for Mustafa Fuda to convert the three-point play. Well, he might have broke the line as well there, but it goes in. So finally, Qatar are on the board. It's taken them a while. Mustafa. Well, our scoreboard hasn't given them the initial basket, but it did count, so it is 3, 11-3. We will get that corrected shortly. 13-3 now after Navid, as I thought, was able to convert. Fuda gets to the elbow, and he's feeling good now. 5 points for him. It is 13-5. There we go. We've had it corrected. Got Charlie in the corner. Gets it back. Zamy was rolling to the basket, comes out, it's got to go up here. Shot clock getting low, and it does go up, and it goes in for 3. Charlie in the corner, able to knock down the triple with time running out. 8 points already for Benham Charlie. Thought about the 3, took it at the second attempt off the mark. Zamy pulls it in, but it's turned it over at midcourt. Can they keep it in play? It's a scramble on the floor. And eventually, 2 sets of hands are on it at the same time. And that is a hell ball. Oh, it was like a bar of soap there for a minute. Neither team could quite get their hands on it. So it was initially knocked loose by Seydu. And then keeping it in court and all over the place, but it is on a possession arrow. Iranian ball. Nice spin from Ongi, and the shovel, and there's Kazemi to lay it home through the contact. Got hit hard, but not enough to stop Arslan Kashemi from forcing that one home, and he'll have a chance at converting a 3-point play. You can see he's in that dunker spot. And, well, a sloppy foul, if nothing else. Kazemi now at the line, looking for point number 5 for him. So, oh, it's tipped off the rim, though. Dick just able to knock it away. Straight into the action is Mike Lewis, his first real touch of the ball, and he strings it for 3. They needed some of that off. Ooh, might have been a little push off there. Lewis didn't complain. Attack to the rim again, just a simple head fake, and Lazafor is having whatever he wants today. Fuda under pressure once more. Gets it onto Avdic. From the elbow. Well, both the guys have come off the bench there. Avdic knocking it down after Mike Lewis, and suddenly the offense is a little more free-flowing for Qatar. They're still 10 down. Lazafor. Again, not the best foul in the world, that, is it? Just a sort of lazy slap from behind. Salah Monji is going to get a little breather as Mirzai checks in for the first time. Oh, I thought he had a lane to the basket there, but he kicked it back out to Lazafor. He will go this time. Oh, he probably had an easier chance at it on the previous possession, Mirzai. On the previous touch rather than possession, I mean. Saad. Fuda comes back to the ball. Down the lane. Kick to the corner. Little step away. That's a really difficult shot from Muslik. Nice attack, just a little strong, slightly off balance there. Beatty. That's going to be an offensive foul for a push off on Lewis. Just a little drop of the shoulder. He's not convinced, but it did look like he was going forward to initiate the contact from my angle. It's just the extension of the arm, isn't it, that the referee's called him for. Mirza with the handoff. Kazemi a little bit short on that first missed shot of the game for Othman Kazemi. Saad with the 3, hits the deck, looks at the referee, not interested. Meanwhile, oh, he's blown the layup though, Mirzai. Ran the floor well, but the big fella couldn't quite finish it. Stuck on 20-10 here. Minute and a half to go, less than, in this opening quarter. It was a quarter that started really badly for Qatar, but they seem to have got a little wind in their sails now. Took them nearly 5 minutes to get the offense going, but they scored 13 points in the last 4 minutes, and they forced Iran into a timeout here. Not sure where the defense was. It's just a wide open 3-point shot for Avdic. Iran 20, Qatar 13. Iran with the timeout. For the first 5 minutes, you'd have thought this could be anything. Talking about defense in that timeout, they could do with a bit more. Last couple of minutes, it hasn't quite been where it was at the start of the game. He didn't need the full minute to get the message across, send them back out there. Sometimes that's more powerful than saying stuff. Just one short, sharp message. Get back out there and get it sorted. Qatar with the pressure again. They've been doing this all game. Problem is one pass over the top. If they can get that pass away, there are gaps. They've caused some problems. Oh, lovely crossover to the rim. It doesn't quite go, and there's going to be a foul on Miradai on the rebound. See, just trying to reach in and knock that away. Caught him on the arm. Sideline ball, which Joe inbounds. Abasha has it onto Lewis. Deflected away. 49 seconds on the clock. And Qatar have calmed the crowd a little bit. They're still quite loud, but not quite as loud as they were in the first 2 minutes of the game. Vuda around the screen, misses the three. Miradai with the rebound, but again, they run the floor so well. Iran, no finish though. That's one that Amini would probably want back. Miradai with the rebound. Shot clock is on, but there isn't a massive difference between it and the game clock, so they can run most of this down here in the first quarter. Oh, I think that first shot was probably a better one than the second. It's Rozofti couldn't convert. Last second, heaved up for three, does not go. And we're at the end of the first quarter, with Iran leading Qatar by 20 points to 13. It was a really bad start from the visitors, but once they got going, they've matched them point for point. Well, here's the shooting numbers. You can see Iran more efficient so far. And there's a few out there that they will feel like they probably should have done better with as well. They could be a lot further clear with one or two extra conversions, but blew a few at the rim. Let's take a look back at the action from the opening quarter here in Tehran, and it was a perfect start for Iran. First 7 points of the game. Looking perfect rhythm. Qatar, meanwhile, were struggling to get shots away, never mind make any. They had a couple of 24-second violations and missed some shots, turned the ball over. Iran getting out in the open court, but then eventually Qatar grew into the game, were able to get their offense going. It was really their bench unit. When their bench guys came on, gave them a bit of life, gave them a bit of offense. And in the last 5 minutes of that quarter, they were certainly a match for Iran. But the question now is, can they sustain that? Because you can't just go around having 5-minute droughts. Don't forget to scan the QR code, download our Courtside 1891 app. If it's going on in the world of basketball, you can find out what the score is at the Courtside 1891 app, and also live streams galore. You'll never be short of a game to watch this weekend, that's for sure. Underway here in the second quarter in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. Game day one here in Group E. Iran and Qatar fighting it out quite literally on the floor. Oh, there's a little bit of chatter here. And the referee's in there to pull away in Zhao. We'll see if they make any more of that, the officials, or whether it's just going to be the hell ball. It's one of those things where nobody likes to let go of it once you've got two hands on it. Because it took them a little while, they were rolling about for a bit longer, and you can see there's a word or two exchanged, nothing more. And there's no extra punishment, so we're right back at it. That pass only just made its way over to Mazafare. Hooks it out. Three ball is a long way short from Hazarofte. Abasha pushing hard, and grateful to hear the whistle there as the ball got away from him. Mohamed Amini called for his first foul of the game. Lewis to inbound. Comes and takes it back from Jen. Waves away one screen, takes the other. It's a bit of a leaning screen there. Gotta be careful with those. Step on the line. It's going to be out of bounds. Basher on the far side, just that back heel. Pinballing his way through the defense there, Amini. Just signaling to the referee. I was shooting that, ref. Babacar Jen called for the foul. He hadn't quite got into his shooting motion when the foul was committed. The ref wasn't buying that. So it's a sideline ball for Iran. Shot clock getting low here. And then driving it in, can't convert. Offensive rebound recycled out by Erzai. That's the right pass from Vahedi. Just not executed very well. The scoring is really slowed down, particularly for Iran. You think how quickly they got out. And we're stuck at 2013, still looking for our first points of the second quarter. We were stuck at 2010 for a while as well. Iran haven't scored for quite a while. Lewis fires up the three. It's off the back of the rim, front of the rim. Zafare kicks to the far corner, on the side of the board. Oh, they've virtually stopped here. Iran, Charlie was way off the mark, and string music at the other end for three. Basher knocking it down, and suddenly Qatar have cut it down to 4 points here. And Charlie moves it on. You can see a right battle. Murzai in the low post, but it's all round the three-point line, and finally the scoreboard is ticking as Mazafare knocks down the three. He kind of needed that around. Oh, way off the mark. Good offensive rebound, though, from Jang. Almost hit the top of the backboard. He was that high. Second foul on Mirzai. So that brings a substitution as Salah Monji checks back in. need to get it in here. It's lobbed all the way back to Jen. Lewis moves it on. Bash fires up the three. It's off the mark and eventually scrambled up by Pazarofte. All right, just a lot of dribble here. Not much ball movement. Oh, when he does pass it, it's pinged through. Shot needs to go up here. Oh, it's stolen away. Oh, right down Main Street. Beautiful attack there from Abasha. Just saw a lane to the basket. And the step through from Yakchali. He's up to 8 personal now. Jang backs away for 3, doesn't get it, stolen away by Mozaffari. Monji backing down, resets himself, he's very deep, he's done his work early there. Oh, beautiful play from the big man, but cannot get the hook to go. He'll want that one back, that's for sure. Should be 2 points on the board for him there, really. Great defense, though, at the other end to get the ball back for his team, and the quick outlet just a little too far in front of Pazarofte. Just couldn't quite stretch his fingers out to pull that one in. This was that nice step through from Yakchali on the earlier play. Mike Lewis for Qatar, trailing here by 7. Oh, I don't know quite how he kept the ball there, Jiang. He looked to have lost it a couple of times, but somehow ended up with a fairly easy score at the end of it. Again, that's an open shot that you probably need to take. Well, definitely take this one. Pazarofte punches the air as he knocks down the triple. And Iran's lead is back to 8. Jang making things happen down the lane. Can't finish, tip doesn't go. They still have it, Qatar. Lewis now with the Jets to the rim for 2. Monji, well, he went up, but the ball didn't. Somebody must have got a hand on it. Lewis running it back the other way. He can't convert. There was a foul there. I think the foul was the original one on Lewis, so that tipping won't count. Lewis taking it to the hole. There's the foul on Pazarofte. So Mike Lewis at the free throw line, shooting a couple of shots. 26-year-old, originally born in Houston, Texas, but now playing for Qatar. He plays his domestic basketball in Lithuania. He's been around Hungary and Poland, Italy. He's got some stamps in the old passport, that's for sure. Again, Qatar's aggressive defense, but once it's broken, there is opportunities behind there but it's paying dividends thus far because they've cut this gap down to 4. Munji, again, shot clock in red numbers. Long 3 goes up. Just about hit the rim, but not much else from Charlie. Jiang gives it to Lewis. Thought about the 3. Jiang will take the 3, and he will make the 3. And this is a 1-point game. And Qatar, who couldn't buy a bucket for the first 5 minutes of the game, have come all the way back to cut it to 1 here. Iran's offense is almost stopped. Little give and go. That's going to be an offensive foul. Well, I don't know if they just got a little too comfortable thinking this was going to be easy. Iran. Timeout called by Qatar, who can take the lead. And Iran have basically dominated this game. But their offense is basically stopped. They've gone 9 minutes in which they've scored only 8 points. It was 20-8 at the 4-minute mark. And it's 28-27 now. Keep on top of everything at the courtside 1891 app. All the latest streams, scores and stats. Speaking of stats, here's the numbers. You can see Iran's field goal percentage plummeting. And, well, Qatar's is going up despite it still being low.
Except Baba with 51. Okay, you clear out Faris position like this, and you let Baba attack to 51. All right? Yeah. 3 to give. 3 to give. 3 pass to give. No basket. No basket.
Well, the interesting point at the end there about the fouls to give. Trying to use them tactically so that Iran don't get any scores. Points have been at a premium for the Iranians in the last 9 minutes. They did have about a 6-minute spell where they didn't score at all. So I guess 8 points in the last 3 minutes is a little better. Be a Qatari ball from the end line. Looking for their first lead of the game. Lewis moves it on. Jiang hands it off. Stripped away. And almost stolen right back, but they keep possession. Iran. Qatari defense does get back. Rahimi probably had a chance there, but he cycled it back out. Still no score for Iran. Once again, Qatar can take the lead. Here's Musa. Ahmed Musa. Jiang down the lane. Good slap of the ball to steal that away. Numbers here. And they don't recover this time, and it's an easy layup for Mashieki. Lewis offered the screen, takes it. Comes to a stop, trying to get it out to Jiang. Couple of costly turnovers here from Qatar, just when it looked like they had the chance to go in front. They've given up a couple of transition points off turnovers, and Iran are back out to a 5-point lead. Minute to go in the first half. Lewis and Qatar could do with a bucket here. Musa, the open man. And that's the 15th foul, I believe, so it's going to be 2 free throws. is young Hamid Yassin Musa, who's at the free throw line. His brother's in the squad as well, just 15 years of age. Hamid's 17, Abdullah Yassin Musa's 15. Of course, their dad was a pretty decent player, wasn't he? Yassin Ismail Musa, legendary Qatari player, and second generation doing him proud as well. Ooh, all sorts of pressure here. I thought he was going to end up running out of bounds there, Charlie, but it's back out to Mashiaki, calls for the screen. Ooh, he had the open look and he's thrown it away. Terrible turnover. Numbers here. Good body control to get that shot away from Yassin Musa, but couldn't finish it. 24 seconds remain. You see he's well challenged, still got the shot up. Qatar can't run it down because the ball's in their front court, so there's only 14 on the shot clock. Lewis into the key, lobs it in for two. And once again, it's back to a one-point game, and with 19 seconds to go in the first half, Iran are going to use their final timeout to draw up a play. Still trying to get something to give his team a bit of a cushion here. It looked for the first 5 minutes like they were going to run away with this game, but their offense has really stopped in the later stages of this first half. They had 20 points in 6 minutes. Iran, but just 12 points in the 14 minutes since then. And Qatar, who had no points in the first nearly 5 minutes, 31 in 15 is not bad, really. Teams making their way back out onto court. It'll be possession for Iran on the baseline, leading by just a solitary point here. Here comes the double. I was wondering when they were going to throw it, because they've been throwing it all the way through. And they have fouls to give here. And that was a well-used one there from Saad. They let it run down to 6. They've still got 2 more to give here, so they can be disruptive. But what you don't want to do is make the mistake of allowing them to turn it into a shooting foul. It's got to be a well-timed foul. Kazemi running to the hole, and that is a jump ball. Both players with their hands on the ball. As Kazemi drove to the basket, he can't believe that it's not his possession or his foul. And there's 3 seconds left, 3.04. It's not 30.4, it's 3.04. And Qatar, unbelievably, could take the lead at halftime. Oh, has there been a technical called here? Well, this is what it was all about. Kazemi driving to the basket, runs into trouble. He thought he was fouled. Saad said, "Give me that," and came away with it. And Lewis, while we were checking out that replay, converts the free throw for the technical, which was called on the coach. So Qatar with a chance to, well, what is that? Just bounced it out of bounds. Incredible to give it back with 1 second left. Well, that is a comedy error, really, to throw it into the sideline and stop the clock. It's a catch and shoot job here for Iran. There's the catch, there's the shot, and there's the bucket. What a hit that is. Incredible on the buzzer. Yakchali with the three. A fantastic finish to the half for Iran. And Qatar will be wondering how they've allowed them to get 3 points at the end there. Well, it was a great start from Iran and a great final play, but in between, Qatar pulled this one back. That's why at the break, it's 35-32, Iran over Qatar. Well, 5 of 10 Iran from three-point range. 4 of 14 the other way. 10 turnovers for Qatar. Iran have been a little profligate with it as well, to be fair. And Yakchali with that three, leading all scorers with 11. Lewis 10 points off the bench to lead Qatar. Oh, what a topsy-turvy first half that was here in Tehran, where it looked for the first 5 minutes like this was going to be a walk in the park for the home team. Qatar could barely get a shot off them, mind score. But after that, offense really dried up for the home team. Let's have a look back at some of the action here. And as I say, this one really ebbed and flowed. And there were times when you thought, oh, Iran are right on top here. Qatar can't get anything at the offensive end. They were relying on skill plays, really. None of their set plays seemed to work, and Iran seemed to get to the rim with ease. Plays like this, and then they got out and ran a few times, points off turnovers, but Qatar found a bit of a rhythm, and their pressure defense took its toll in the end. It's a bit high risk, high reward from Qatar, the way they're pressuring the ball, because it does leave open spots, and we saw in the early stages Iran able to take advantage of that. But they have definitely slowed the Iranians down as the half went on. I mean, it's a relatively low scoring first half, just 67 points on the board between the two teams. But Qatar have certainly played their part, and as I say, the bench unit was really effective in getting them going, and they managed to maintain that. They could have had a lead at half-time were it not for a silly turnover. They could have had a shot at taking that advantage into the locker room, but it is Iran who've headed off the court with the lead. 35-32 here.
education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they'd do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
And the foul zone! And that time to thread the three-pointer and have to guard everybody. The movement was perfect. Look at Paul Baker now. His ball handling. Juan Walker gives it back to Baker. Wow. Tries to hit every dunk so hard. Look, they got to hurry. They're going to get the three. Goon gets blocked. Eldarwich has the basketball. Lebanon has shot China. Unbelievable. Will New Zealand be content to let some time go? No, he's going to go in. Oh, he does it. Goodness me. What has Lynn Cameron not done at this FIBA Asia Cup? Here he goes again, Araxi. But then he turns it up. No, almost. Yes, he does indeed. And now they pass it up. Here comes Abu Hawass. Oh, he gets blocked by Ali. Whoa! What a sensational swat. Well, Thon Maker back in the game. As Zadine goes up, he gets blocked by Fender. Wow. That is a big block.
For me, that's the best block of the tournament.
The hero of this tournament overall has been Araxi. Here he goes. Puts it up and in. Jordan still have time with 11.8 seconds remaining. Coming up on the 1 minute mark here. And Dwight goes in, and boy, does he put the Saudi on the poster. You feel kind of bad for Al-Hawsawi, maybe a bit naive.
He'll be having nightmares for weeks on that one.
This is not to pick up a third foul. Freddie, he was going in for a dunk.
That's great defense, leading to fast break offense.
2-point game, set of us. It might be a three anyway. Abraham! Oh! You are kidding! You cannot believe it! It is stunning! Stunning save in Jakarta! Freddie Abraham! Steady Freddie! Has finally stood up to be counted! Incredible! That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Welcome back to the Azadi Sports Complex here in Tehran, where we have a tight one. Iran against Qatar. Very little to separate them at the interval. Thanks in no small part to this man. They've really been efficient, Qatar, in the last 15 minutes. The first 5, not so much, but after that, they've looked pretty decent. And for Iran, it was almost like it was too easy at the beginning for them. Like, whatever they wanted, they got. Qatar with their jumping, pressing defense at times over-gambled. But as the half wore on, they found that balance right. And it's only that 3 on the buzzer that separates the two teams at the half. And does that give them a little bit of momentum? I love a big play like that. To go into the locker room, fires all the fans up as well. But Iran must be wondering what went wrong there after that great start. And as I say, for the first 5 minutes of the game, Qatar didn't look like they could do anything. And it was going to be, well, how many are they going to win this one by? They were up as many as 13 points. And they just looked like they were going to get away. And then, really, once they got to 20, it kind of stopped. It was 20 points to 8, 6 minutes into the ball game. And then they kind of both got stuck, to be honest with you, because for the next 6 minutes, there was only a couple of baskets scored. They were both scored by Qatar. So it was actually 20-13 at the 8-minute mark in the second quarter. And then Qatar made their charge. Had a couple of chances to potentially get in front, weren't able to do it. But you look at the numbers, Iran led that half for 18 minutes and 44 seconds. There's a minute or so before the first basket, and then a few seconds where they were level after the technical foul. But other than that, it's been Iran on top, and we'll see what their response is coming out of their half-time. Can they start the game, or the second half even, the way they started the first? And really establish themselves as the dominant team. Remember, this is Group E of the FIBA Asia. Here's another look at that 3 on the buzzer. I mean, they should never have got a sideline ball. I don't know what Qatar were doing throwing it out of bounds, but he still had to make that shot and make it. He did. Then, yeah, Charlie. As I was saying, Group E, Iran, Kazakhstan, India, and Qatar. And you can keep on top of this group and all the groups in the Asia Cup qualifiers by scanning the QR code and downloading the app. You can see numbers and highlights and everything you could wish to make sure you're all over these FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers. Underway here in the third quarter. Iran, who lead by 3, thanks to that last second shot, would get the first possession, or did have the first possession, until Navid Razaifa slipped on the floor and called for the travel. So Qatar get it back. Lewis, who came off the bench in the first half to great effect, is in the starters here in the second half. In fact, there's quite a change to the Qatari starting lineup. Nadic, Dieng, and Lewis all off the bench in the first half, starting here in the second. Referees are going to go to the monitor now to check this one. A little impromptu timeout being used. Players chatting it over, and the ball's going to go back to Qatar as a result. Makayeshi under great pressure brings it across half court. Charlie working with Manji. Manji rolling to the basket, the extra pass to Kazemi, who has it knocked away. Seydu didn't play that much in the first half. Played the early part, never came back. He's open underneath here, but he's a little slow to grab the ball and poked away by Kazemi. Kazemi now setting the screen, rolling to the basket. Again, he sets the screen, but it's the guards keeping it. Mashieki. 3 ball is up and 3 ball is good. So far, knocking down the triple. And 3s either side of half-time. Have Qatar back out to a 6-point, have Iran back out to a 6-point lead. Fuda knocked away, out of bounds, 10 on the shot clock. Into Lewis. Lewis launches the 3 off the rim, and it falls down into the hands of Kazemi. Mashieki. In the corner is Charlie. Manji rolling. Nice extra pass, and Kazemi is there to lay it home. He started brightly, Kazemi, but not quite as effective as he might have liked in that first half, certainly offensively. Came up with a number of steals. Seydu taking his time there, very patient. And Doyle Haj Seydu. His first score of the game. Mid-range just falls off, but Kazemi with the rebound, what a block! Incredible recovery there. Looked for all the world like it was going to be an easy layup. Lewis at the other end strings the 3, and Qatar cut it to a 3-point game. Oh, stolen away. Lewis comes away with it. Kicked out to Lewis to tie it. He goes chasing his own shot because he knew it was short and he couldn't quite get there. He liked the effort, but has he hurt himself in the process? He seems to be okay. Did well to avoid the referee the way he was sliding as well. Oh, this is the steal. Got his hands on the ball and just ripped it off him. Again, Qatar with this aggressive press we've seen a lot of. And they've almost got a turnover. Somehow it gets across to Charlie. And eventually the foul going against Jen. End-line ball, just 40-37 the score here, 4 minutes into the third quarter. Charlie's 3 is off the mark, and that will go back to Qatar. Jiang onto Seydu, but it's taken away by Iran, and Mashieki running the floor, kicks it out. Get Charlie all around the three-point line. Now a little penetration, but that's stolen back. Jen in the open court, going to the hole, can't convert, can't get his own rebound either. Well, has he not got anything out of that? And it's a scramble on the floor, and away come Iran. Oh, it's not the cleanest fast break you've ever seen, but they still have the ball. Here's the trail, and that's a big hard foul from Seydu. Felt the full force of that. Did Sajad Mashieki. Gonna need a moment or two to get his breath. You can see he's going forward and his arms are down. He's a big unit. Enjoy Seydu. Running to him at your peril, but how about that for a steal? So Mashieki is recovered and will shoot the free throws, or will he? Yeah, he will. I thought for a second they were wondering when they were taking him out. But the 29-year-old from Tehran will take his shots. He misses the first one, playing for Mahram Tehran in the Super League this season. Oh, he's missed them both. Well, out the back door, what an incredible pass that is. But it doesn't result in an assist for Fuda. Miratai hands it off to Mashieki. Looking to attack, steps back for three. Back iron on that. He had to work hard for the rebound there, Hussein. Jiang for three, got it, all string. Babacar Jiang from long range knocks down the triple. And we are level at 40 points apiece. Good defense from Fuda. It's a bit of a heave at the end of it from Mashieki. And once again, Qatar with an opportunity to take the lead. They've been behind the whole game. We've had a minute or two of being level. Hussein with the handoff. Fuda into the key. Kick back out to Jiang. Jiang late in the shot clock, getting all the way to the rim. Drops it in, and Qatar are ahead. And the locals can scarcely believe it. When their team was up 13, 5 or 6 minutes into the game, they were thinking this is going to be a stroll in the park, but anything but. And the three-point shot is short from Prazarovdi. Knocked away from Nedim Muzalik. So it will be a Qatari ball from the end. Need to get it in. Ooh, just avoided the 5-second violation there. Muzalik on the baseline, little shovel pass. Batted about, eventually it falls to Bahedi. And the foul is called in transition. First foul on Basha. Wow. Iran 40, Qatar 42. This would be some way to start this Group E qualification if Qatar can win on the road here against the highest ranked team in the group. Nice extra pass, but way over the top from Mazafari. Musa under pressure gets it to Hussein. Hussein setting the screen for Fuda. A little rock and roll back out to Hussein. Hussein needs to get it away. Fires up the three, hits the deck, hoping for a whistle that doesn't come his way. Iran with the chance to run. Qatar funnel back and force them out. And the drive from Amini draws the contact. Oh, what must they be thinking over there on that Iranian bench? Squeeze between two defenders. Top of the key. Scores are tied up again. 42 points apiece. Mirzai knocking down the foul line jumper. Fuda. Down low it goes now, cross court to Musa. Ahmed Yassin Musa with the Euro. Beautiful move, didn't quite get it to drop, and he's committed the foul. And Qatar over the limit here, so that's going to be 2 free throws. It's a great move, just couldn't get it to go, and then compounds the error by fouling Mohamed Amini. 1:45 to go here in the third. Timeout is called by Qatar. Scores are level, but that may not be the case by the time they get the ball back, because there's 2 free throws coming. Don't forget to download our app, keep on top of all of the action in the FIBA Asia Cup. All the stats and scores and content you need to know what's happening across the continent as teams battle it out to get to Saudi Arabia next summer. Well, last action before that timeout was the foul on young Hamid Yassin Musa. So at the free throw line is Mohamed Amini, but he can't make the first. Amini's a young man as well, to be fair. He feels like he's been around for a while, but able to put his team back in front. No room at the end there. Absolutely crowded out in it. Mirzai with the half a block at least, and the rebound. Amini looking to attack here, the mismatch, getting all the way to the basket, taking the foul. And he will shoot another 2. You could see there Mohamed Hussein Really didn't have the foot speed to stay in front of Amini. Just seems to be his time at the moment, doesn't it? Mohamed Amini. Feels like he's trying to make his impact on this game right now. And he makes both from the free throw line. So Iran are back up 3 with a minute and some change to go here in the third quarter. Ooh, a little high dribble there from... Corner 3 is good. Musa knocks it down. Lewis almost turned the ball over, but then he ended up with an assist. And we're tied at 45. Ooh, hands from Nedim Muslic. You can see, just set him up nicely for the assist. Musa, rhythm 3 in the corner. Those are the ones that usually splash. There's that, trying to back his man down. There's no way through, but great pass in the end. And that's got them on their feet here in Tehran. Lewis. Got fouls to give Iran. That's their first one of the quarter. Inbounded by Lewis. Well, opposite corner this time, but same result for 3. Hamid Yassin Musa with a couple of threes and has Qatar ahead. Last couple of ticks, it needs to go up here, taking too long. And that will do it for the third quarter. And Qatar have their noses in front here. 10 to play in Tehran. And it is not the scoreline that the home fans were expecting when they walked in here tonight. It is Iran who trail 47 points to 48. Wow, Iran, in the last 24 minutes, have scored 27 points, having scored 20 in the first 6. It's like 2 different teams. Oh, they're going to need a good fourth quarter here. What they won't want to do, Iran, is start this campaign with a home loss. And the shooting numbers still favoring Iran, even though they're behind. But Qatar, perfect 66 from the free throw line has helped them. Now let's have a look back at some of the action from the third quarter, a quarter in which Qatar have taken the lead for the first time in this game, thanks in no small part to Hamid Yassin Musa's corner threes. What is the response now from Iran? As I say, this is Group E in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, a group that includes Kazakhstan and India, who are playing right now. And you can see that game by scanning the QR code and downloading the Courtside 1891 app, where all the action lives. Well, you might want to wait to the end of this one first, though, because this one has the makings of a who scores last game. Huda stuttering his way to the rim and able to stretch Qatar's lead to 3. Zarofti, a lot of dribble, gets it to Mirza, who doesn't really want it out there. Well, that's a good driving kick, but not a great shot. It's going to be a shot clock violation because it didn't hit the rim. A little unfortunately, because it was about to fall for them, but Qatar get a stop and the ball back and a chance for the first time in the game to open up a 2-shot cushion. Yeah, Charlie back into the game and playing the defense on Fuda here. Nice pass from Lewis, and Hussein is there to lay it home. And Qatar do have themselves a 5-point lead. And that is enough to force an early timeout here in the 4th quarter. Iran staring down the barrel here of a home defeat to start the qualifiers, and that will send shockwaves through this group, I should imagine. Iran would have been the favourites coming into this group. They're the highest ranked team, and in these competitions he must be really pleased with the response to his team from where they were 2 minutes into the game. Well, they were 6 minutes into the game, to be fair. Oh, that's an awkward spot to get into, and he's thrown it out of bounds there. Mashayeki, I don't know what he was thinking, jumping at that spot. Nothing good can come from jumping without knowing what you're going to do with it. Offensive foul, Hussein with the illegal screen. Well, Iran trailing this one by 5. As Hussein sits down, that was his 3rd foul. What's that? Whoa, almost a turnover is what it is. Now they've got to be quick to get it over mid-court, and they're able to do that with Yakchali and recycle out. And they lost 10 seconds off the shot clock, but they've still got the ball. Oh, nice finish with his back to basket. Mashayeki able to toss it in off the glass. Lewis around the screen. Musa, a little hesitation to the spin, wrapped up and called for travel, I think. No, it's a foul. Second foul on Yakchali. Qatar ball from the end. Up 3. Lewis slipped, but he's able to get back to his feet and back to the basket. And Mike Lewis with the score. A little too aggressive there from Saad. Mohamed Saad called for his second foul. Double team again. As Amy moves it on, gets it back. As Amy driving through, it's going to be an offensive foul. Little drop of the shoulder. And Zheng there to take the charge. Qatar looking a little more poised out there at the offensive end at the moment. Lewis goes the opposite way to the screen, keeps driving, trying to force it home. Kazemi gets a hand on that. It's a tough pass down court, but well caught, and even better finish there from Amini. Well, he looked in a bit of trouble when the ball was coming his way, but he was able to lay it home. Oh, stolen away. And Amini with the jam. Mohamed Amini, 2 big plays in a row. And Iran have cut it right back now to a 1-point game. Just got his hand to poke it loose. One thing on his mind then, finishing it off. And he's wrestled the momentum of the game back for his team. I said at the end of the third, it felt like Mohamed Amini was trying to take control of this game. He certainly picked it up in the last 30 seconds, and he's forced Qatar into a timeout. Well, they both had 47 field goals. Iran have made 2 more. Very similar shooting numbers. Can Qatar see it over the line here? 7 minutes to go. 1 point their advantage. Remember, they trail by as many as 13 in the first half. Teams making their way out onto court. Iran had the momentum going into that timeout. Can they sustain it coming out of it, or will Qatar get back on an even keel? Here's Musa going it alone, too strong off the glass. And Haiti pulls down the loose ball. Got Charlie onto Amini. Drive, kicked to the corner, and the missed 3 from Haiti, but he almost got it back. Musa under pressure. They've lost 3 seconds off the shot clock, so they can't hang about here to get it across midcourt, and that's what coach is saying, 5 seconds. But dealt with okay by Fuda. Cross to Zheng. Drives to the hole, high off the glass. Babacar Zheng with an important bucket to put his team back up 3. Mohamed Amini. Back out to Yakchali. Yakchali fires up the 3, and the scores are level at 56. Benham Yakchali with the big triple. And inside 6 to play here. The scores are level once again. Fuda trying hopefully to draw a foul, but all he's done is draw an iron, and Iran have the ball back. Got Charlie calling the play, gets it back. He goes to the spin, into the key, kicks it out. Little floater is off the mark, but own rebound for Vaheda. And the foul is called. And Sina Vahedi will go to the line. A 23-year-old looking to break the 56 tie, and doing exactly that. Only the 3rd point of the game. He's not had his best shooting evening you've ever seen, but he makes 2 important free throws there. Sina Vahedi giving Iran back the lead. Food across his midcourt. Jeng looking for his options. Ooh, the pass was a bit quick from that distance, but Lewis still has it. 6 on the shot clock. Lewis driving through, kicks out to the corner. What a shot! And Qatar are back in front. Avdic in the corner with the triple. Well, it's a long 2, in fact, so the scores are level at 58. A little spin, but spinning into trouble. It's going to be a run out. Qatar are going to be back in front now as it's jammed home by Jiang. 4.5 minutes to play here in Tehran. Iran in danger of starting this campaign with a home defeat. Well, Jen with the foul. That's not a great foul, to be honest with you, because number one, it puts them at the limit for the quarter, and it was late in the clock as well. This was the steal and run out. Charlie fires up the triple. It's a little bit short. Good rebound pulled in by Avdic. Lewis calling for the screen. Taking his time. Ooh, the pass was just a little in front of Fuda. He's able to pull it in. He's able to get all the way to the rim. That'll be a goaltend. It goes in anyway. Basket is good. Qatar up 4 here. 3:49 left in this one. And there's going to be another timeout here for Iran. Back underway. Iran trailing by 4 with less than 4 minutes to play. They have the ball and a chance to eat into it. You got Charlie. Amini now. You got Charlie with the mid-range. Off the iron, but the offensive rebound falls nicely as far as Iran are concerned. Amini using his size, but the ball's poked away. Qatar get it back, and the referee's just going to stop play as Farid Avdic seemed to go over on his ankle there. Well, they don't want to take him out unless they really have to. So you could see they were just waiting to check all was okay. I think there might be a damp patch on the floor. Yeah, it's just as Kazemi came in from behind, he just rolled it a little bit. Hussein under pressure. You need to get it forward here. Got to get it across the line. Fruder puts the accelerator down and avoids the 8-second violation. Lewis. Back to Hussein. Hussein's going to let it fly for 3, and he's going to hit. Mustafa Hussein. And Qatar lead by 7. Well, they want to go a little quick here if they can. There's a mismatch, and it's full advantage taken by Mirzai. Down to 5. Long offense is the order of play now for Qatar. Fuda shakes his man loose. He lets the 3 go. That's off the mark. Kazemi with the rebound. Going to Mirzai again. Azafai. And that was why that earlier foul was a bit of an issue, because now it's going to be 2 free throws. Navid Razafal at the line. First trip of the day for him. But these are must-makes with 2 minutes to play. These have to go in. No mistake from Navid on the first one. Gap is down to a single shot with 2 minutes to play here. Strap yourself in, folks. We've got a big finish on the cards here. Qatar trying to hold on. Up 3. Fuda with the ball. Lewis wants to come and get it, but they deny him. The ball is stolen away. No, Lewis on the floor diving for it. They do have it. Mirza picks up the loose ball. Kazemi brings it forward. A shot to tie. It's off the back of the iron. Wow, a bit of a rush shot there, perhaps from Razafor. Ooh, referee says get on with it. Lewis driving in. It's knocked away from him. He gets it back. Hussein for 3, misses everything. Wow, it's all going on here. Camera people on the baseline. Getting a close-up shot there. Well, 1:16 to go now. It's a 3-point Qatar lead, but Iran have the ball. Makayeshi will bring it across mid-court. Yeah, Charlie for 3. He's wide open, and the scores are level at 65 points apiece. Well, you could see the Qatari coach going mad in the side because his team defensively were just not there. And down 3, you cannot give up. Up 3, sorry, you cannot give up an open 3. Well, it's a big screen, to be fair. That's how he's got open. It's a huge screen. But Behnam Yakchali did what his team needed. Knocked down the 3 to tie the game. And Qatar, with a minute to play, call for time. Well, they could advance the ball. I don't think they will. I think you want the full shot clock in this situation. And you want to take as much of it as you can, because you're thinking, well, if we could get this to a 3-possession game, we could have 2 of them. There's probably going to be 4 possessions in it, unless we get into a free throw shooting contest. But you could stretch it to 3 and have the last shot for the win. Iran are going to press down court. 1:04 to play. Dramatic finish here in Tehran. Mike Lewis with the ball for Qatar. Around the high screen. Shot clock into single figures. Lewis gets it back. Lewis looking to attack. Drives in under pressure. And he is fouled. And with 43 seconds to go, he will have a chance to break this 65-65 tie. Lewis aggressively going to the rim, putting the pressure on the defense. And Mike Lewis, who is a perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line today, looking to give his team the lead. Home fans trying to put him off, making as much noise as they can. But Lewis calmly sinks the first one. Qatar in front. Makes them both. Qatar up 2. 43 seconds exactly to play. So we are into potentially 2 offenses if they don't go very quickly here. Yakchali for the lead. Rims out. Qatar with the rebound. It's stolen away. Kazemi with the steal. Mirzai underneath. Kazemi tips it in. Big play from Arzan Kazemi to tie the scores at 67. But Qatar will have a chance to win it. Lewis staring at the clock. It's down to 7. Lewis calling for the screen. Now he goes. He's got the switch. Lewis for the win. It's blocked. It's blocked and we're going to overtime. Wow, what a dramatic finish. I said who scores last might win, but even that wasn't enough. We are going to overtime. Free basketball here in Tehran, an extra 5 minutes. As Arslan Kazemi forced it home, he would not be denied. And the defense stood firm on the final play. And we've reached the end of 4 quarters. The scores are knotted at 67. And an extra 5 minutes required to separate these 2 teams. What a dramatic last 2 minutes that was. Big plays at both ends of the floor. But none bigger than Kazemi forcing his will on that ball. He just would not let his team go. And he managed to get the all-important game-tying basket. Well, there's a bit of a stunned silence in the arena. They can't quite believe what they've witnessed here. They're just coming down from the drama of those last few seconds. Phoning home to Mum. I'm going to be late, Mum. Well, Qatar had their chance, didn't they? They were one stop away from winning the game. They nearly came up with it. And now the noise levels go right back up as the Iranian team make their way back out onto floor for the extra 5 minutes. And it is Iran who will get the first possession. Mashiaki. He's got the mismatch here. He's going to try and take advantage of it, but he can't. He ended up going a little wider than he would have liked, and this time there is no offensive rebound for Kazemi. So Lewis has it. Fuda now. Fuda offered the high screen. Rolls it back to Jiang. Jiang to the fall away at the free throw line. Tough shot. Babacar Jiang gives Qatar the opening score of overtime. Mashiaki, a little slap down across the wrist by Fuda. It's his first personal foul. He got all the way through regulation without committing one. But as a team, they're over the limit. So Sajad Mashiaki at the free throw line. That one rims out. He's 0 for 3 from the free throw line today. And he makes the fourth one though. And slap of the head in frustration that he didn't make both. Well, look at the nerves, the tension on the home fans' faces. Fuda for Qatar. Lewis. Musa driving in, tosses it up high, gets the friendly bounce. Hamed Yassin Musa stretches the gap to 3. Kazemi back to Mashiaki. He gets the switch, so he looks to attack. Kicked out to tie it. Yes, we're level again. It's 71 points apiece, and a big shot from Mashiaki. Well, it still feels like the last team to score will win. Jiang penetrates, kicks out to the corner, and it's another 3. This time Fuda replies with a triple of his own, and Qatar are back up 3. Mashiaki. Yep, Charlie back to Mashiaki. Kazemi offering the screen if he wants it. They go under it, he's open, didn't take the 3, drops it off. Oh, it slipped out of the hands and it hit the shot clock. Well, what a time for Aslan Kazemi to just lose control of the ball. Just when it looked like he was cutting it to a 1-point game, it slipped away. Lewis round the screen. Switch back, good defense in the end. Jiang driving along the baseline, almost loses it. It's a bit too quick for Musa. He's able to recover. Ball on the floor, Iran get it back. We approach the final 2 minutes of overtime. Yep, Charlie bringing it forward. Yep, Charlie for 3. No, but it's batted down. Iran have another 14. And it was Kazemi who took a little whack there, trying to save possession for his team, so the referee just stops the play for a moment to allow him back to his feet. Well, he's going to check out now with Rahimi coming in. Musa's going to sit down. They're just going to check he's okay. He went down hard. So 11 on the shot clock. Rahimi gets open. Time running out here. Needs to do something. That's a foul, surely. No. Well, Mirzai can't believe it, and it's almost turned over. Mirzai was convinced he was being held. I must admit, I thought he was as well, but wasn't called. Lewis. He is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. Mirzai, his third. It's a big hack down across the arms. Well, they've deemed that to be on the floor rather than shooting. And it's only the 14th foul, so it'll be an end-line ball. Ooh, that pass has not got enough on it from Lewis, and it's stolen away. And it's a quick run back and layup for Razafor. Well, it could have been 2 free throws at one end. Instead, it's 2 points at the other, as Iran cut it to 1 with 1:15 to go. Fuda back to Lewis. Shot clock at 6. Fuda from deep, big shot. No, it's off the mark. Great rebound. Rahimi just wanted that one, and he plucked it out of the air. Into the final minute now. Yakchali waves everybody away. He's going to go at Hussein. Goes past him. Kick to the corner. And the 3 is good from Sajid Mashiaki. And he waves to the crowd, gets them up. Sajid Mashiaki with a huge 3-point shot to put Iran in front with 39 seconds to go. Well, what a play that was. You can see the drive, the help came, the kick, and he knocked down probably his most important shot of the game. Sajid Mashiaki getting the fans up. And what is the response now from Qatar, having had a chance to win it in regulation? They must score here, that's for certain. Two, 3 doesn't matter. They must score. Be interesting, do you advance the ball in this situation because of the fact that you're down and you want to go quick? I think he's going to. He is going to advance the ball. Well, Iran here are 1 stop away. Jeng to inbound. It's into Fuda. That's going to be a foul for the push in the back, and that is the 15th foul, so that is going to be 2 free throws. And that is also the 4th foul on Mirzai. I think you just got to ride with him with 34 seconds to go, just so they don't foul out. You worry about the second period of overtime if you get there. Hussein at the line misses the first. Mohamed Hussein, not the time to miss the shot. Ooh, just sit down on the bench there. You don't want to get yourself a technical at this stage. Well, box out in case he misses the second would be the other thing. Fans trying to put him off. Hussein at the line, misses everything, airballs it. And that will be a sideline possession with 34 seconds to go. Now, do they play defense or do they foul? That's the question. You don't want to lose too much time. Well, got to get it in first. Got to get it in. Oh, it's a cross-court pass and they do get it in. Oh, that's a big screen as well. Well, they're going to trust their D, which means they have to get a stop. They cannot allow 20 seconds to go and then give up a score. Yak Charlie staring at the clock, gets the switch. Hussein in front of him again. Yak Charlie goes past him. Yak Charlie kicks it out. Razafor on the buzzer. Did he get it off in time? No, he didn't. Razafor is convinced he did get it off. But the shot clock, well, it's all going on, isn't it? There's 9 seconds remaining, whatever the decision is here. The problem is, if the ball is in the air and the referee's blown the whistle and nobody has possession, so even if it's a mistake, let's have a look. Is it out of his hands? I think it is. I think it is out of his hands. Obviously, they got an offensive rebound, but the whistle is before the offensive rebound, so that can't count as possession. Have a look at the basket. The lights on the basket is the thing to watch for. Is the ball still in his hand or not? There's the ball out of his hands. There's the light. So I think the referee's blown that early there. And I think this is going to get overruled. And they're going to give the ball to Iran. Presumably on the possession arrow. Well, what drama we have here in Tehran. And they're just trying to get some explanation for it. But one official is talking to the coach as to why that is that way. But it's because the ball's in the air. Iran have called a timeout. Because the ball's in the air, nobody has possession of the ball when the referee's made that call. When he's corrected it and said, I've made a mistake there, the ball has to go on the possession arrow, I think. Unless they deemed it that Iran had got the rebound, so therefore it's Iran's possession. Either way, it's going to be Iran's ball coming out of this timeout. Well, the first thing they have to do is get the ball in. They came close to a shot clock violation on their previous sideline possession. I think this one will be on the end line. If it is on the end line, then they've obviously given it to Iran on the rebound, because a possession arrow, I think, would have given it to them on the side. Well, they've got to get it in. They've got to expect the foul to come. And then they've got to make 2 free throws. And Qatar have to disrupt at least one of those things. So it's Benham, Charlie's job to get to a teammate. Yasin Musa being told he can't break the line. Well, he's opened up the top there. Oh, they threw it straight to Mirzai. And Mirzai hasn't been to the free throw line yet today. Hussein is fouled out. But he had to take that for his team. And I think of all the players you've got on court, Hassan Mirzai is probably the one they wanted to foul in that situation. They didn't lose any time, really. 2 free throws basically wins the game here, if he can make them both. Oh, he's missed the first, so the window of opportunity is still open for Qatar. There's only Rahimi in to rebound as far as Iran are concerned. He's missed them both. Qatar get the ball, they need a quick score. Lewis has it, Lewis goes for the win! Off the back of the iron, and Iran have dodged a bullet at home. They've beaten Qatar by 2, but Mike Lewis had a shot to win it on the buzzer of overtime and the buzzer of regulation, but neither went in, and Iran have seen this one home. Lewis is distraught. He will think that's a really good look and a really good chance to win it. But the final score here, Iran 76, Qatar 74. Absolute drama. And the fans at the Zaidi Sports Complex certainly got their money's worth tonight. Push to the end, but it's all smiles on the buzzer of overtime. And listen to the roar from the Tehran faithful. Well, the numbers really don't tell the whole story of the drama of this one. But an absolutely thrilling game. And Iran off to a winning start in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. 20 points from Yakjali to lead all scorers. Well, there's a lot to go through in the film of this one, I would imagine, over the next day or two before these teams play their next encounters. Remember, Iran on the road in India, and Qatar go back to Doha to take on Kazakhstan. Those two teams playing right now in their game day 1 encounter. But for Iran, they're off to the locker room for a bit of a warm down and maybe a massage or two to work on the legs, ready for the game on Monday. But a tremendous game of basketball. Qatar more than played their part. They got off to a slow start, but they nearly stole the win in regulation and had a shot at it at the end of overtime. But it wasn't to be. But a lot of positives for them to take out of this game, even though they've not won it. And obviously, with it being so tight, they could take it back to Doha and win the head-to-head against Iran as well, if they can pull off a victory there. And let's have a look back at all of the drama and excitement from the last 15 minutes, because it's fourth quarter and overtime. And there was big play after big play, wasn't there? Both teams making crucial shots and crucial defensive plays. That was a real momentum shifter, wasn't it? Those 4 quick points from Amini, which really got things going in the right direction as far as Iran were concerned, at a point in which, when it looked like it might be getting away from them, but both teams hitting vital 3-pointers. It really was drama right to the last here at the Azadi Sports Complex. But Iran are the ones who've taken the victory. They needed 45 minutes to do it, but they've won this one by 76 points to 74.
Dexter.